Welcome back to the workshop. I'm Will Henry. Today I've enlisted the assistance of a camera person again because, well, quite frankly, I screw up all too often pushing the wrong button and so forth. So I thought, well, maybe someone else will do better. And if they don't do better, that's okay. At least I'll have someone to blame other than myself. Ha ha. So you might recall I was repurposing this old target rifle barrel. And fitted it to a model 1895 Winchester. It's been chambered in 3040 Krag. We missed that video because I pushed the wrong button. So anyway, so what I've got to do here, the breech end is not shaped right and is a little too small to fill up the forearm. So I'm going to actually cut off the breech end of the original barrel, and I'm going to sleeve it on there, onto here. Now, in order to prepare to do this, I'll turn this down to 3 different steps, and then I'll bore the sleeve portion to fit over that. And so I've recorded the steps here on this professionally done drawing, and so that I can remember, hopefully, what dimensions I'm turning to. So to start with, I'm going to turn the first 9/16 of an inch of this barrel down to 0.850. And now I'm holding the barrel in the 3-jaw chuck, and I've shown, I think previously, that this 3-jaw chuck is quite good. Now, but before turning, I'll check the run out here, and indeed, this surface is showing a total indicator run out of 1/1000th of an inch. So that means it's offset by 1/2 thousandth. And that's not going to bother us at all. So we'll stay with that. And if I move up further to the other end here, it shows, well, a total indicator run out of about 3/1000ths, some of which is because the barrel's not perfectly round here. And the reason it's not perfectly round is because I recontoured this barrel, and when you do that, sometimes the barrel will bounce just a little bit, so it's probably, there's probably 1/1000th of an inch of error there as far as roundness is concerned. But other than that, it's just fine. So, as I said, to start, I'm going to turn that first portion down to 0.850 for a distance of 9/16 of an inch. Fairly close. We're at 860, so I'll just take another 0.005 cut off there, and it'll be good. There we are. So that's my first step. Now this next section, I'm going to turn down to 900 for 2 1/8 inches. So once again, here we go. because I'm a flexible sort of a person, I've gone away from my drawing on the fly because I didn't need to go quite so far. And so this section, instead of being 2 1/8 inches long, is only 2 inches long. And the next section will end up being necessarily 7/8 inches long instead of 3/4. Like I say, flexibility. That's our byword for today. Check that diameter. This is one of those times when absolute precision isn't super necessary. But, say I was aiming for 9/10 of an inch, and by golly, it looks like that's exactly what we've got. So, but it wouldn't have mattered if it was 902 or 898, or because when I turn or bore out the other piece, I can make it fit. So now our next section is going to be 1 inch in diameter, and for the distance to be determined later. Looks real adequate for length. I'm going to see if I'll go just a little further. I like to end up with an even number. I'll end up with a flange 1/4 inch long there, and see, right now we're at 1.021, so we'll take another 10 thousandths off of this. Good. So there we go. That's pretty 1 inchish. I'm getting some directions, but they're in pantomime, and I think I can be forgiven for not being real clear on what some of these things like this and mean, you know? Nonetheless, here we are. I've turned this the way I want it, so my next step is going to be to cut off the breech end of the original barrel and make the sleeve that's going to fit over here. I've got 1, 2, 3, well actually 4 different diameters that I'll bore in that, and then when I put it on, I'll just it'll be a close fit, and I'll put it on with Loctite, and that should do the trick. Before I put it on, I'll turn this barrel into the receiver tight so that that I can orient the sleeve properly so that the original factory markings are located in the right place, and that'll be it. So that's it for today. Well, not for today, but for this particular video, when I get ready to do the rest of it, we'll be back. Thanks for watching.